Hey everybody, welcome to Abundant Source Raw on YouTube, and in this video I want to talk a little bit about the 4 major personality types and cultivating your natural strengths. So first of all, I am going to get into the 4 major personality types, talk briefly about them, and there's a few different variations, but the variations are just in the names of the personality types. So there's 4 major ones, and one of them is the one that John Rose talks about, which I think is the most popular, so I'm going to stick with that one, and that is the personality types blue, green, red, and yellow. And then there's also the variation of eagle, pigeon, owl, and peacock. And then there's also the variation of whale, sea urchin, shark, and dolphin. And then there's also the variation of I, S, C, and D, and they're all the same thing. So if you've ever heard any one of those personality types, they're all the same thing, just different name variants. And so we're going to stick with the color variation of it, just because I think that's what most people probably know. And so really quickly we'll go through them. So the first one I'll talk about is blue. Blue is the sort of fun-loving personality type. They really, they just want to have a good time, party, enjoy themselves, and usually they're the life of the party. And so that's kind of the blue personality type, all about fun. And then there's green, which is, I think I've got these right. Hopefully I'm not getting these wrong, but green is very intellectual, always in the head, always thinking, studying and analyzing, very analytic, and so that's green. And then red is like the sharks. They are the go-getters and the very dominant type of personality, and they're usually the ones that end up being very successful because they just do whatever it takes and have a very aggressive personality. And then there's yellow, and yellow is my more dominant personality type, and that's going to be sort of what they call like the peacemakers, usually more loving and like a motherly type role, and can be a little reserved, things like that. And so so I'm a yellow. And then like my sub personality type would be blue, and everybody's got a little bit of every personality type in them. It's just there's tests you can do that show which one is your more dominant personality types. And I think it's a pretty good idea to discover which personality type you're dominated by and which one that really fits you the most. And the reason for that is when you find out, exactly your personality type and your strengths and things like that, is really when you can work on cultivating those strengths and using them for the best good, help others, and to just help yourself and figure out exactly what you're naturally good at, because I believe that everybody's given strengths, natural strengths, for a reason, and we should be trying to figure out why we were given these strengths and why we are naturally good at these things and what we can do with it to really change our own life and the people around us, and really just make the whole better. Because the other big thing I want to talk about in this video is really cultivating your strengths and not wasting too much time trying to sharpen skills that maybe you're not naturally good at. I know a lot of people want to be able to do just about everything. It would be nice if we were naturally good at, if everyone was just naturally good at everything. We would love to be good here and here and here, but I think it's very important to really cultivate your natural skills. The reason for that is if you cultivate what you're already naturally good at, then it will take you so much further than trying to work on something that maybe you're not as naturally good at. You'll never get as far in other areas as you will with the area that you're naturally dominant in. And although a lot of people would like to be good at something that maybe they're not so good at, I don't think people really need to worry about that, because everything is connected, and we're all in this whole together to make the system work. And if you just concentrate on what you've been given, then everything is just going to flow so much smoother. you're going to be able to take yourself so much further, and then you complement yourself by surrounding yourself with others that complement your skills. So just work on what you're doing, and if you've got a team of people that are good here and good here and good here, you know, you've got a red, blue, green and yellow personality type all in one team. I mean, you guys can be unstoppable. You can do anything because you all, you know, you're all there to complement each other's strengths, and there's almost no weak point because you're all good at something, and where somebody is struggling, somebody else can come in and be really good at that. But if everyone's a jack of all trades, then I think the world would be pretty much entirely mediocre. If everyone just concentrated on doing multiple different things, I think it's much more productive and better for everything if you just focus on the one or the two or three things that you're really good at. You know, if you've got a team of people that are really sharp in one area, then they will completely dominate another team that is just a group of jack of all trades who are, you know, oh, I'm pretty good here, pretty good here, pretty good here, I can do this a little bit. But if everyone is just okay in all areas, then they could never beat a team of people that are exceptional in just one area. And I think that's how you really get far in life. I don't think you can do anything very exceptional in life without a team of people that are there to help you as well. You know, life is all about being connected, and you know, yin and yang and balance. And how we balance is we work on what we're good at, and then we get the balance from other people. And you were born with a natural gift for a reason, and I think that people are really waiting for you to cultivate that gift that you have and to share it with everybody, share it with yourself, and it's really what's going to make everything better as a whole, I believe, is everybody just concentrates on themselves and works on themselves, and in doing that, just by working on yourself, then the whole world will become a better place, because everybody's just great at what they're supposed to be great at, and everybody is confident, and everybody is in a great mindset, and as a whole, the world will be a better place for that. You know, I don't remember who said this, but the quote is, if everyone just swept their own front porch, the world would be clean. And that's all we got to do. Just work on our own, you know, work on your own front porch. Don't worry about somebody else's messy front porch. Just work on yourself. And if everybody did that, the entire world would be clean. And I think that kind of just goes hand in hand with the personalities and the skills that you have. You know, if everybody just worked on their skill that they are naturally good at, and cultivate their you know, how they really feel and their personality type, then I think there's going to be so much more balance in the world, and you'll be able to go so much further with certain types of people. And in doing so, you're kind of just more in the flow of life. You're doing what you know you're here to do, and you know, you're not worried about developing these other skills. Maybe you wish you had them, but and you know, it can be fun to develop other skills, but I think the main focus should be to sharpen those few things that really make a difference in your life and everybody else's life. You know, for a long time, basically I wanted to be a jack of all trades. I wanted to be good at everything, and it really wasn't until I focused on one thing and developed, you know, 1, 2, or 3 specific skills that I really started to thrive and feel like I had purpose, and feel like I was headed in the right direction. So just cultivate what you love, cultivate what is natural to you, and I'll also say it's much easier to find out what you're good at and what you love when you have a clean body and you're eating your species-specific diet. We are a frugivorous species, and fruit should be our main food supply, and we really should never be cooking food. And if you're eating an all raw diet, especially mainly fruits, then you're going to be very clean and clear, and it's going to be very easy to discover your passion and your purpose and what you're great at, and you'll be much more connected with everything. So I'm going to see if I can find a little website where you can do like a free assessment of your personality type, and if I can find it, then I'll just leave a link down below and you can check it out and figure out exactly what kind of personality you are. So that's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Talk with you guys soon.